Now if you want to doctor up Mr. Potato Head with some fancy hair or mustache or various things like that, that's what we're going to do now. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new layer down at the bottom. If you click this button down at the bottom right, new layer, it'll show up, and it says layer 2 somewhere, and I'm just going to double click it, and I'm going to say hair. Then I'm going to go to the left hand side over here. There's a brush tool. It's the fourth one down. Once I get to the brush tool, up above it says brush, and this 15 number in my example tells how big the diameter of the brush is. You can extend that by changing the slider dial, but I'm going to do it differently. There's a drop down here. There's a lot of different choices of brushes. You can see them all, and they all have different sizes, which you can also adjust. But about halfway down, there's some sponges that come into play, and there's some leaves, and there's some various things. You'll see them as you play through there. But there's some grass. There's some grass right there, and I think I'm going to use the grass for his hair. And I'm going to say, what color do I want it? I'm going to click the color selector, and maybe I want his hair to be green. So I click on green. This is the original color, and this is the new color. And I go OK. Now on this layer, maybe 112 is too big for his hair, so I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. Go down to maybe 60. So now I've got all this hair coming on. So I like the hair, and I don't like it in front of his eyebrows though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide the hair layer below his brows like that. And then also I could switch to another brush, and I could put a mustache on him. I could put various things on him that I want. Now the mustache would be in green unless I change that color to some other color. I'll go with blue. There's the old color green, new color is blue. And the mustache is going to be right there. And right there. Now, notice that the hair and the mustache are on the same layer. I could have put them on separate layers just as easily. So doctor up your Mr. Potato Head, and he's pretty much done. Now, if you want to publish him and save him, you'd have to do a few other things. But right now, I think Mr. Potato Head is just as happy as can be. If you wanted to save him as a JPEG, you would come up here and you go File, Save As. Now, you'd been saving them all along, I assume. But drop down here, normally been a Photoshop document, that keeps all the layers, and then we could edit the layers. But I would save a second version of this as a JPEG, and that crunches down all those layers into one, and you can't edit the JPEG version. If you want to edit it, you would come back to your Photoshop document and edit that. If you're going to put this online to your blog or send it to your friends, the JPEG is the version you'll want to upload. And if you save it as a JPEG, it's usually nice to put a slightly different name up here so you can tell them apart. So that's kind of the difference in JPEG versus a Photoshop document. Good luck. Hope you like Mr. Potato Head.